I'm back again, and I'm wanting to talk about COVID-19. What else? When all of this started, and the experts got together and they had those models that said, 2 million people are going to die if we don't do something, and all these people are vulnerable, and we really don't know anything about this virus. 15 days to flatten the curve. I thought, geez, we can do this. We can do this. We can do 15 days. We can flatten the curve, and then, we can go on. How naive was that? So 15 days, and we flatten the curve, and that's not good enough for them. What they realized was that, oh, we can get these people to stay at home for 15 days and not go to work and, shut their stores or whatever, close their businesses. Look at what we did. We managed to get them to do that. Let's see if we can get them to do it for 30 days or 3 months or 6 months or 6 years, because now all of a sudden we have all this power. The governors have a great deal of power because they managed to get their states declared in a national emergency, which wasn't really the case. But once they had the power of the national emergency behind them, they just went hog wild. I mean, look, in the very beginning in California, some guy was arrested by himself surfing on the ocean out there in the middle of nowhere. Nobody was anywhere near him. And he was surfing, but he was outside. He had gone outside, so they arrested him. They said, I've seen the video, it's insane. So, we just kind of went, well, okay, we're going to do this. But they keep moving the goalposts. They keep saying, okay, we flattened the curve, that's not good enough. Now we have to have a vaccine. Now we have to have this. Now we have to have that. Schools are going to be closed for 3 years. Whatever they want, they've decided they're going to go for, because these are power-hungry people, and they want us to be Venezuela. Ron DeSantis had the right idea. He studied this thing a little bit. He's not a doctor, but I'm sure he had his so-called experts, and they realized that the elderly were vulnerable. And so what did he do? He stopped people from being able to visit nursing homes, and he took all the precautions necessary to protect the people in nursing homes from getting the virus, and it worked. His state did not see the devastating deaths in nursing homes that New York and New Jersey saw. Why? Because New York and New Jersey governors didn't do that. What did Andrew Cuomo do? Well, he had an executive order that a nursing home could not refuse to take a client who had tested positive for COVID. Oh, so we're going to send all the sick COVID people into the nursing home with the most vulnerable population of ours, and we're not going to protect them from these people, and so therefore they're going to spread this disease like wildfire. He also said if someone in a nursing home was hospitalized with COVID, came out of the hospital still infected with the virus, but well enough to come home, they could come back to the nursing home, which is like a petri dish for a virus, for heaven's sakes. People all living together and dining together and watching TV and everything. Well, what should he have done, you might ask? Well, hello, they sent the ship, Comfort or Mercy, I don't remember which, doesn't matter. They sent the ship there, and it had, 200 patients in it. The thing held 1,000 beds for 1,000 patients. They could have easily turned all of the nursing home people who had COVID into that place and isolated and protected and all of that stuff. But no, they sent it back to a nursing home, which was overwhelmed, didn't have enough staff to handle that. They could have used the Javits Center, which was set up for that. They could have used Samaritan's Purse, would have gladly taken all of those people in their tents and taken care of them and provided for them. Or they could have sent them to a hotel. I don't know. But Ron DeSantis had the right answer. New York had the wrong answer. And look at the deaths that were suffered in nursing homes in New York and New Jersey. Not to make it political, but Ron DeSantis is Republican. That might have something to do with it. I don't know. All I know is the numbers were wrong. They were wrong again. They said 2 million were going to die. Oh, but you all followed our instructions by staying home and washing your hands, etc. So look what we did. We saved 2 million people from dying. So now we're going to tell you that, 200,000 people are going to die. Oh, wait, we were wrong again, and now it's 60,000 people. We went over 60,000 people, and now they're saying, oh, wait, we're going to adjust our numbers again. It's 134,000. Dr. Birx herself said she doesn't trust the numbers from the CDC. She said she can't trust those numbers, that they may be inflated by as much as 25%. People, they are lying to us. They are lying to us about how many people are dying. They are lying to us about everything to do with this virus. That guy on the surfboard out there who was arrested was doing the best thing possible, being out in the sun. Why? Because sunshine prevents the growth of the virus. It also helps your body to process vitamin D. Vitamin D has been proven to be very effective in fighting viruses. Specifically this virus. Because what did they find? They found that the people who were likely to have died from this virus had a what? Vitamin D deficiency. So they're preventing him from doing one thing that might have actually helped him in the long run. Plus what? He's going to cough and it's going to be caught by a wave and the wave's going to slap somebody in the face and they're going to get the virus? That's just ridiculous. They're taking away our freedoms, and we cannot sit back and let it happen. In Michigan, they're not allowed to buy seeds for planting. They can't buy seeds. And I heard they're not allowed to mow their lawns because they're not allowed to go outside. I can't verify that, but that's what I heard. It's just the numbers are wrong, and they keep changing the goalpost. I don't trust any of them. Dr. Birx doesn't trust the CDC. That tells me a lot. Dr. Fauci, I wouldn't give you 2 cents for anything he said. He has been wrong and wrong and wrong and wrong again. But however, by the way, he recently said that masks don't do you any good, which is what the Surgeon General said, and everybody jumped all over him. So people out there wearing masks aren't really protecting themselves, and they're not really protecting other people. It's just something that makes them feel like they are. And then there's that drug remdesivir. I know I'm not pronouncing it right, but I don't care. Dr. Fauci, we have this new drug. Yeah, it costs 10 times at least more than hydroxychloroquine. It is not as available because it's much harder to come by. They haven't done any studies on it, so he's touting this one drug with no studies against another drug. It's just ridiculous. Look for his connection to Gilead, the company that came up with it. However, he has had to walk that back a little bit because it's not as effective as he has been saying it was or would be. It didn't quite hit the mark. And so he's kind of doing that little dance of, we weren't really sure and we had great hopes. It's not meeting our expectations, but we're going to still administer it. Folks, it's time. It's past time. It is time for us to say no. We're not doing this anymore. What I really want to know is, where is the church? Where is the church? The church should be front and center. The church should be crying First Amendment rights. It should not be other people saying this. We should be fighting this. We should be standing up and saying, you can't take our freedom of assembly away. You can't take our freedom of speech, and you're not supposed to curtail religious activities, because numbers do not match what they're telling us. They're lying to us again. And the church should be meeting in any way the church wants to meet, and dare them to come arrest you. I know nobody wants to be arrested. It's probably not fun, but we can't sit back, folks. We cannot sit this out. We cannot say, oh, it's okay. School in the fall has got to open. We have got to send our kids back to school. This virtual school nonsense is ridiculous. It is just ridiculous. Don't put your faith in Fauci. Don't put your faith in the CDC. Don't put your faith in the FDA or any other government entity. Use your own common sense. I mean, we all have common sense. Thank goodness for some of our senators, like, Rand Paul, who is saying, we just can't do this. They want us to be Venezuela. They found that they can control us with fear. Do not let them control you with fear. That is all they are doing. If you are infirmed and elderly and you're scared, stay home. Otherwise, get back out there. Go to the beach. Go to the parks. Go to work. You can wear a mask if you want to, if it makes you feel better. But just remember, 98% of the people who get this virus recover without any medical intervention whatsoever. There are other experts out there besides Dr. Fauci. Everybody has to do what they feel is right. Everybody has to follow their own gut, their own instinct. Everybody has to. But we cannot sit back and allow these people to dictate to us that we're not going to the park, we're not going for a walk, or we're not going to go to the store or whatever. We have to get back, or we will be Venezuela. And that is not all I'm going to say about that. Thank you.